Win or go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up second down. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
He's going to air one out. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. Johnson was the intended receiver. Well, certainly not how he wanted to start his night. First throw of the game, an INT.
Yeah, it's not easy, but he's got to try to wipe that one away from the memory banks. And let's face it, it's not often a quarterback and a defensive back have a lot in common. But one thing, because they have these individual-type plays, they've got to have short memories, don't they? DB gets beat, wipe it away, quarterback throws a pick, has to do the same thing.
Check, 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 check.
On the ground, this is Lamar Miller. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. They keep it with Miller on first down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I think that's the type of run we'll continue to see throughout this game. The snow coming down, I don't expect a lot of big plays to be broken.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Miller. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On 3rd down, Miller. And they'll get him down right around the 16. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Not a touchdown, obviously, but playoffs, you're on the road. At least you put something on the board.
And I would agree with that totally. You're not exactly sending a message to the opposition, but you are letting them know that you came to play.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
It was Reggie Ragland who got him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
You got 58.
They'll try the right side with Jones. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Move 58. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. 30.
Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Oh, he may have gotten lucky. Tried to dump it off underneath on the check down. Nearly picked. Instead, it's incomplete. They're going to line up to go for this on fourth down. Rodgers stays on the field.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Here we go on fourth down with Rodgers. And it is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. A first down carry now for Miller. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Goff, and he rifles one incomplete. He was looking to get it to his running back, Lamar Miller, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, touch and time are critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. And able to find Conley. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This is Miller. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Goff. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you. And that may have been what happened there.
The tackle is made by Adoree Jackson. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing now is Rodgers. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Timmy Jernigan with a sack. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
On the return, Jackson. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. Now that sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. On 2nd down, here's Miller. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up.
Lamar Miller. Touchdown, L.A. Lamar Miller, 37 yards. And the Rams tack on to their advantage.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker plugging the rock.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the rush coming, and he's taken down. Corey Littleton, the blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Sliding out of the pocket. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Eluding the pressure right. With a catch made by Johnson. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun is Jones. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Rodgers, he's going to go for a big play downfield. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback when he delivers the ball.
Caught by Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the 1st down as well. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance in guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Inside.
Rodgers going to try and throw on 3rd down. He wants it all for the... Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, 34 yards, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. The point after, no gimme in the snow, but it's up and good. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3-and-out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. Now the ball comes loose, and the Packers pick it up. But he'll take this back down inside the 20.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Forced out to his left. Oh, they're holding their breath right now. That's Aaron Rodgers shaking up on the play. Still down. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a draw play. This is Jones. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Packers have taken the lead. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And the lead is now 14-10. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
His 2nd catch of this wild card game, and it goes for a 1st down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Goff. Complete to Washington. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
2 for 66.
On 1st down, Goff. Able to find Shaheen here. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Brandon, there have been some memorable snow games for championships in the NFL. 1948, Philadelphia Eagles, Chicago Cardinals.
The most famous one in my lifetime, I think, is got to be 01, right? Raiders-Patriots to send the Patriots to the Super Bowl.
The Tuck roll, didn't you? Yeah, I think that's one people remember. I also know this in Miami.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Preston Smith in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there. Throwing on 2nd and long. Goff. He gets this complete to Shaheen, the tight end. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Goff now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. Lamar Miller. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Oh, trying to get that to Adams, but that's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They'll run it again with Miller. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
55, 55. Hey, eat. I smell fear in that offense. 2 for 1. Kill.
They'll try to run for it with Miller. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. The drive stays alive. A third down gain of 8. On first down, it's Miller. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. The linebacker, Preston Brown, brings him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't.
And that's caught inside the 30. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 26. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Now it's Miller. Jair Alexander up to make the tackle.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now Miller, he's had a big workload here tonight. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a Rams first down on a pickup of 10. They'll run him now out of the gun. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And they'll run it from the gun with Miller. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case. That play got bottled up.
Goff now looking to throw. He may try and run for this. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So he was past the line of scrimmage when he threw it.
And as they say, that's a no-no. Got to be able to understand where you are on the field and not cross the line before throwing the ball downfield.
And Bryant's kick is good. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. So a decent drive there to start the 3rd quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Let's go.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And last time, one-play interception, so this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
On 2nd and 12, Rodgers. And this is caught. It's Jimmy Graham. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 39 yards the distance covered on the catch and run. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now Jones. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
Go to 50, and you want to here. Here, Mike. Mike, check. 59.
On 2nd and 9, Rodgers flush to his right. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Push him back. Hey, orbit. Mike 51.
To throw on 3rd down, Rodgers. And he finds his tight end, Graham. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
Well, the field goal obviously a little dicier here with the elements in the snow, but still right on the border of field goal range, but they're going to go for it.
Tight dog. Mike's back. Here, Mike. Watch the run. General West.
They'll go with Jones. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. He only needed a yard, but he couldn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield and giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Back now at Lambeau. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter play. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a gain of 11 and a 1st down L.A. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff now to Miller. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Second and 5 now. Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. The Rams on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Josh Jackson.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
And strong running there gets this up over the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll go again to Jones. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation when they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They'll try and run some clock now with Jones. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Now, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
What can't Aaron Rodgers do? The legwork there getting him the first. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Corey Littleton able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of a yard. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. To the outside, that's complete to Williams. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and it'll be 3rd and 10 now.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now Rodgers. And Adams has it complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle is going to be made at the Rams' 44-yard line. Rodgers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Check, check. Lucky, lucky, lucky. 22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, 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 twist. Check 43.
Again, it's Jones. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. 4th quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now.
Tighten up. Check the backer, check the backer. Check 52. Kill.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
Shoot! 6 guys! Check 6 guys! All right. Slam!
From the shotgun, a give to Jones. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on third?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down, right around the 18-yard line. The Rams going to be forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
Let's go. Do it.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're down here in a one-score game. But the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Rashawn Gary in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a third and long. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And that one, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
And that knee will do it. Can't stop the clock defensively. So they protected their home field, got the victory in the wild card round.
And rewarded their home crowd. They came out in force for this one. Really supported them throughout the year. And, boy, they were something special in this one. And maybe it's their last home game. And if so, they sent them out with a great visual, didn't they?
And Charles, on the losing side of things, they didn't come in here as the favorite to these playoffs, but they came in with a lot of hope and anticipation. Tough to have that all snuffed out so quickly.
It really is. You're one of 12 teams when the playoffs begin that still has a chance to win the Super Bowl. So that's pretty darn good. And as you often talk about, a lot of hope when the playoffs start. Well, that ended for them. But when they look back, they'll have a lot to be proud of and see if they turn the page towards the next season.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Packers are winners here as we say so long from Lambeau.